The sky grows darker. A storm is coming. The sound of footsteps echoes as Roman soldiers march through the night. Shadows move across the ground, and the whisper of betrayal hangs in the air. This is not just another moment in history. This is the beginning of the end. The story that has inspired millions now reaches its most powerful chapter. The road is set. The cross waits, and the world will never be the same again. The story begins with a calm that hides the storm ahead. Crowds gather around Jesus, their eyes full of hope, their hearts desperate for change. They have seen the miracles. The blind now see, the lame walk, and those forgotten by the world are lifted up by his touch. His words break through the silence of their pain. Every sentence carries weight. Every parable stirs their souls. But as his voice grows louder in the hearts of the people, so does the anger of those who fear him. The religious leaders watch from a distance, their eyes filled with suspicion. To them, Jesus is not a teacher of hope, but a threat to their power. Whispers spread like fire in the night. They say he claims too much. They say he breaks their laws. They say he calls himself the Son of God. And in the shadows, plans are made to silence him forever. But it is not only the leaders who turn against him. Among the 12 closest to him, one heart grows cold. Judas listens, Judas smiles, Judas follows. But deep inside, temptation takes root. A handful of silver shines brighter than loyalty. The betrayal has not yet been revealed, but its shadow stretches over every step. The Romans grow restless. 2. Their empire is built on control, and any voice that draws the people together is dangerous. To them, Jesus is not just a preacher. He is a spark that could ignite rebellion. Soldiers grip their swords tighter. The sound of armor rattles in the night. The storm is building, and yet, in the middle of this rising danger, Jesus remains calm. His face shows peace, though he knows what is coming. His hands heal, even as they will soon be bound. His words comfort, even as he will soon be condemned. The people see a man who brings light into their darkness. The leaders see a man who must be stopped, and the world is about to see the greatest sacrifice ever made. The calm begins to crack. What was once joy and wonder now turns into fear and confusion. The disciples walk beside Jesus, yet their steps feel heavier each day. They have seen his power, but they sense the danger closing in. Every street they walk, every whisper behind them feels like a shadow waiting to strike. Judas lingers at the edge of the group, his eyes restless. He hears the promises of money, the secret words spoken by men who hide their hatred behind robes of authority. His loyalty shakes, his heart torn between faith and greed. The silver coins shine brighter in his mind than the words of his teacher. The storm of betrayal grows louder inside him. Meanwhile, the city itself feels different. Jerusalem is restless. The crowds that once cried out in awe now murmur with doubt. Some say Jesus is the Messiah. Others say he is a danger who must be stopped. Rumors spread faster than truth, and fear takes root in the hearts of many. The air is thick with tension, as if the city itself holds its breath. The Roman soldiers tighten their grip. Patrols grow larger. Eyes scan the crowds for any sign of unrest. To them, peace means control, and control means force. And yet, Jesus speaks of a kingdom not built with swords, a kingdom where the weak are strong and the humble are lifted high. These words shake both empire and temple. They are too powerful to be ignored. Among the disciples, questions rise. Peter, bold yet afraid, wonders how long they can stand against so much hatred. Thomas doubts what the future holds. Mary feels the weight of sorrow in every word Jesus speaks, sensing the pain that is near. And still, Jesus walks forward, unshaken. He knows what is coming. He knows the cost, and he accepts it. The tension grows with each passing moment. The smiles fade, replaced by fear and suspicion. The bond of trust begins to tremble. The world of the disciples is about to change forever. Night falls heavier than ever before. The air is thick, and silence feels louder than any voice. Jesus walks into the garden, his steps steady, but heavy with sorrow. The disciples follow, but their hearts cannot carry the weight of what he knows. They see a man praying, but they do not yet see a Savior preparing to suffer. In the quiet of Gethsemane, Jesus kneels. His voice breaks the stillness, soft but filled with pain. He prays, not for escape, but for strength. Drops of sweat, heavy as blood, fall to the ground. He asks for the cup to pass, but deep within, he accepts the Father's will. It is here, in this lonely garden, that the shadow of the cross grows larger. The disciples cannot stay awake. They want to stand beside him, but their eyes grow heavy, their spirits weak. Sleep steals their loyalty while danger moves closer. Torches flicker in the distance. Footsteps march through the trees. The night is no longer safe. And still, Jesus does not run. He does not hide. He knows what waits for him. Chains, betrayal, a trial of lies, and a crown of thorns. He knows the pain of the nails before they ever touch his hands. Yet he rises from the ground with peace in his eyes. He faces the end not with fear, but with purpose. In the shadows, Judas approaches. His decision is made. The coins in his hand feel colder than the night air. His betrayal is sealed with a kiss that has not yet landed, but already burns with the weight of sin. The friends who shared bread now walk separate paths, one to betrayal, the other to sacrifice. The night grows darker. The garden grows still. The cross, though unseen, stands waiting on the horizon. Every prophecy, every word, every step has led to this moment. The end is no longer far away. It has begun. The silence shatters. Torches blaze against the darkness. Soldiers storm the garden with steel in their hands and hate in their eyes. Shouts cut through the night as chains rattle closer and closer. The peace of the moment is gone. The hour of betrayal has come. A kiss lands on Jesus' cheek, gentle, to the eye, but sharp as a blade. Judas steps back, his face pale, his heart heavy, but the deed is done. The disciples gasp in shock. Fear explodes around them. Swords are drawn, voices rise, chaos erupts. Yet in the middle of it all, Jesus stands still, calm as the storm rages. The montage strikes fast. A torch lights Judas's trembling hand. A soldier's fist grabs Jesus by the arm. A blade flashes through the night. Peter fights in fear, but his courage fades. Cries fill the air as the disciples scatter into the shadows. The teacher is left standing, surrounded by enemies, yet unbroken. The voices of power rise. Blasphemer, rebel, fraud! The leaders shout their judgment. Silver coins spill onto the ground, rolling like echoes of betrayal. The Roman soldiers tighten their grip, dragging him toward the city where the cross already waits. The music rises, louder and louder, pounding like a heartbeat. Quick flashes strike the screen. A glimpse of thorns, a shadow of wood. The anguish in Mary's eyes, the silence of Peter's tears. Every image bleeds into the next, racing faster, sharper, heavier, until it feels unbearable. And then, silence. Jesus looks toward the heavens, his face lit only by the fire of torches. The storm swirls around him, but his eyes hold peace. A whisper breaks through. The time has come. The screen fades to black. Words appear, bold and final. The Chosen, Season 6, Episode 1. The beginning of the end. The noise fades, the shouts, the footsteps, the clash of swords, all swallowed by the weight of what is coming. The night stands still, as if the world itself knows history is about to change. Jesus is led away, his figure disappearing into the shadows of the city walls. The disciples watch from a distance, their faces torn between fear and love. Some hide in silence, others cry in despair. The teacher who gave them life is now walking toward death. The silver coins lie scattered on the ground, shining in the moonlight like drops of cold fire. Each one a reminder of betrayal, each one a symbol of the price of a friend's soul. Judas's steps echo in the darkness, his choice chasing him with every breath. The cross looms, unseen but undeniable. Its shadow stretches further than the walls of Jerusalem, reaching across time itself. Every prophecy points to it. Every miracle has prepared for it. And now, the path is set. A final image burns on the screen. Jesus, calm and steady, walking toward his fate. His eyes are not filled with fear, but with purpose. His end is near, but his mission is eternal. The music slows, a single haunting note, carrying through the silence. The words appear, bold and heavy, etched into the screen. The Chosen, Season 6, Episode 1. Witness the story that changed the world. The screen fades to black. Silence. Darkness fills the screen. Nothing moves, nothing breathes. Then, slowly, the sound of a single hammer striking wood echoes in the silence. Once, twice, 3 times. Each strike heavier than the last. The audience knows what it means. The cross is being prepared. A voice rises in the darkness, not shouted but whispered, carried like smoke through the silence. He will be crushed, but through him, the world will rise. For a moment, the screen flashes with fragments, lightning across the sky, the shadow of a crown of thorns, the trembling hands of Peter, the weeping eyes of Mary. Each image lasts only a second, gone, as quickly as it appears. Then stillness again. Out of the black, faintly, the shape of the cross fades into view. Not with glory, not with light, but as a dark silhouette against the storm. It stands tall, waiting, unmoved, unstoppable. The final words strike the screen, one by one, each appearing with the sound of the hammer. Betrayal, sacrifice. The end begins. The last sound is silence, heavy, final, and unforgettable. Fade to black, the world holds its breath. The storm has come, and the night is darker than ever. Yet in the heart of that darkness, a light still burns. It is faint, fragile, almost gone. But it cannot be destroyed. The screen shows only one thing now: the cross, standing against the sky. The sound of wind howls like a cry through the ages. Then silence, heavy, endless. And in that silence, a voice breaks through, calm, steady, unshaken. It is finished, but it has only just begun. The music swells, thunder roars, and the title bursts across the screen in fire and shadow. The Chosen. Season 6, Episode 1, Jesus' End. A beat of silence follows. Then one last line appears, bold, final, unforgettable. Witness the beginning of eternity. The screen fades to black. The trailer ends,